this screen real quick. All right, so a bunch of recent news came out specifically when it came to Neon being on the Breakfast Club. Why am I talking about this? I don't even know myself, but it was something I did cross multiple times on my timeline, including on Facebook, including on TikTok, etc. And they even stumbled upon my YouTube stream as well. Just me like strolling around or scrolling around, excuse me. So, I mean, I thought it was very interesting. I mean, when it comes to the Breakfast Club, I don't think that they are an actual place for, intelligence, period. I mean, it's like many of these other podcasts that are just completely irrelevant, generally speaking. I mean, it's probably relevant in the Black American community, but I don't even see why it is relevant. I feel as though the Breakfast Club, all they ever do is bring people who they don't like onto the channel, and then all they do is just gang up on that person. That's pretty much all that they do. They did the same thing with Post Malone a long time ago. They've done that with a few other artists. And then now, of course, their newest quote unquote victim is Neon. Now, Neon has done some things in his past, which he has apologized for, but they kept on pressing him on that as if trying to portray him as being anti-black, even though Neon is nothing more than one of these entertainers who generally makes fun of other groups of people. And pretty much, I mean, the kid is being a kid at the age of, I don't even know how old he is. I think he's 19, 20 years old, 21 years old. He's relatively young to begin with, and the fact that they are jumping on him for things that he has said while he was a teenager, the fact that he is an entertainer to begin with and he likes to make comedic videos, even if it's unintentionally, like I think it's unfair for them to just rag on him entirely. So I did see part of the stream. I thought it was all bullshit. Obviously, it was very one sided. It was a 3-on-1. Like, come on, like this kid is he's young. He's gonna make some foolish mistakes in his life. He's gonna own up to it eventually. And personally speaking, I think that the only mature one in that room specifically was was Neon. Ironically enough. What up, Avery? Coco, Two Fists. But yeah, I just thought it was unfair for all of them to just gang up on this kid. Like it was absolutely unfair. Now I do have to give credit to Adin Ross. Well, actually, let me bring it back real quick. I don't watch The Breakfast Club. I don't watch Neon. I don't watch Adin Ross, and I don't watch Sneako. Sometimes their videos will pop up on my streams on TikTok, etc., etc., etc. Sure, I'll watch a clip of them, but at the end of the day, they're not really too important into like what I enjoy for entertainment. So, with that being said, as I continue, I give Adin Ross the benefit here, especially. I'm familiar with his content, but the fact that he went out there publicly on his live stream, and now there's videos circulating on what he said on his live stream, basically calling out the Breakfast Club, calling out Charlemagne for being nothing more than a cheater and a alleged predator for minors. That's one of the things. And then he came out also against the other two, the woman that looks like a man, and then the other short fat dude on the corner. I forgot his name. Both of them are irrelevant. The only ones that people really watch the show for is specifically Charlemagne, which of course Charlemagne is a washout. He's not even a musician. I mean, Charlemagne the God. He's the pussy that doesn't create music anymore. But it is what it is. Ultimately speaking, I just think it's funny to see how Adin Ross is able to come out in defense of another younger streamer, basically calling out the Breakfast Club as being nothing more than a show for old people specifically. And I would extend that even further and say that the Breakfast Club is envious. They are jealous of the younger generation being able to have fun on their streams and being able to generate as many views, if not more views, than the people on the Breakfast Club. I think, if I recall correctly, let me check it out right now. I'm pretty sure that they can only average maybe like 100,000 to like 200,000 views on their channel, versus like Adin Ross, who generates probably like 700,000, 800,000 views per episode, right? So let me see. Let me be sure about this because I'm pretty sure they've gone up quite a bit. Yeah, they've been only able to muster. Let me see their live streams in general. Nope, their podcasts. This is I'm checking it up on YouTube right now. Like they have 5.89 million subscribers on YouTube, but apparently, from what I can see, I'm trying to find their actual, like not even their TikTok or their shorts are even that high in numbers. I think they're pulling the same amount of numbers as even smaller channels on YouTube. For like the same amount of people that have like 10,000 followers or subscribers on their channel, that's pretty much what they're pulling. Is maybe once in a while they'll reach 115,000 when they're talking about Donald Trump. That like if it's not Donald Trump or like some other big musician like P Diddy, if it's just like them just doing a regular live stream, they can only muster like maybe 80,000 to 90,000 views on little episodes like 7 minute clips, or even like they had a Richelieu Dennis. He was there for a live stream and they were only able to muster about 60,000 views. So I mean that just proves, at least when it comes to specifically YouTube. I don't know if they have live streams on other platforms, but on specifically YouTube, they become ultimately irrelevant. And they've had a few controversial takes that have propelled some of their videos, but I think it just proves every single one of those times where they had a big pop in viewers for their live streams, it always ends up with them having less viewers over time. So if we can compare them to like Adin Ross, which I don't even think, let's see, Adin Ross. Well, this is Daily Adin. I don't think that's even his content, or not his content, his streams. Yeah, Adin Ross and Charleston White, right there, 133,000 views. Again, I don't think that this is his actual live stream, his account on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure he does stuff on Twitch. So, I mean, I can't really make the comparison between YouTube and YouTube. At least not when it comes to them. Maybe Sneako. I don't know if Sneako's still here. Sneako. Let's see. Nope, not even. I mean, Bradley Martin's Raw Talk is 230,000 views with Sneako in it. I don't know. I just find it to be very funny. I mean, it's funny that the last major live stream that Sneako was in was Stand Out Live, which was like 2 years ago, which I found out to be funny. But yeah, it's funny to see how the Breakfast Club has shown themselves to be nothing more than haters. Like ultimately speaking, that is what they are. They are ultimately just haters. So I don't know. It just is what it is. Like if they want to continuously get older and fill their most of their content with nothing more than just hate content, hate any other group of people who is not Black American, like they would make fun of like Africans, they would make fun of all these different groups, and it's just freaking crazy to me. I just don't understand them. But it is what it is. Like people are gonna promote their content as it is for their people, for their viewers, and if their viewers like it, that's good. If their viewers don't like it, then they're not gonna show up in return for it. So it's just absolutely nuts in my opinion. My dog is like annoying the crap out of me. Well, then again, we're both annoying each other. Here he comes. Here he comes. Look at him. Oh yeah, when you're on the camera, you don't want to do anything now. He's over here trying to bite me, trying to snap at me. Now he wants to be all cute. Look at him. Look at this little liar. This fur of lies. That's what you have. Get away from me. Get away. Anyways. So yeah, so the Breakfast Club is ultimately a joke. Sneako also went to console Neon in person, basically saying that, well, they're jealous of you because you can produce a lot more, viewers and engagement than they could ever muster on any of their live streams. And I would argue in many cases, I guess that is kind of true. Again, for the record, I don't even watch any of their live streams to begin with or any of their content. But it is just what it is. Like it's just interesting to see how the Breakfast Club, being that a channel that's mostly popular on radio, like I understand that they kind of broke out on social media, but the fact that they have 5.8 million subscribers and they can only muster a few, like a handful of thousand views or tens of thousand views, it's just what it is. Like I just don't understand. You have to make something original, not commentary on degraded content. That's cool story, faggot. Doesn't matter. Anyways, but it's just so funny to see how that goes. I mean, even now we got Day One Khan, the faggot from whatever country he lives in, complaining about me. So ironic enough, isn't it? Day One or Day Wood, the Wood. That's funny. I said Day One. Anyways, because you are a Day One apparently. But yeah, ultimately speaking, most of these people who are complaining about Neon, complaining about Adin Ross, complaining about Sneako and their response over to specifically the Breakfast Club, I think it is what it is. The Breakfast Club is mostly a channel filled with a bunch of, like I already said this before, old haters. That's what it is. So that's what it is. They're nothing but old haters getting upset because the younger generation is able to move past apologies, are able to move past some past discretions, past issues, past mistakes, and yet they cling to it because that's all that they have. They can only cling back to the past because that's what makes them money. That's the only thing that they can cling to. That's is why, or they cling to this ideology of pro blackness and then reject everything else. Like that's pretty much what it is. But I digress, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. It was a quick little stream. Like I said, I don't even know why I wanted to do this anyways. I felt like more people need to speak out on specifically against the Breakfast Club. I've only known their content specifically as it pertains to people that are political showing up on their live streams. But I figured maybe I should jump into the whole, you know, pop culture scene when it comes to online streamers, in real life streamers like Neon, like Adin Ross, like Kai Sanat, Sneako, etc. Which again, in some contexts, like Sneako for example, I only know him and Adin Ross because of specifically political content that they've done temporarily for a short time period. That's the only reason why I'm familiar with these groups of people. So this is obviously a video mostly for like people that are of the younger generation, people who do watch their content. And you know, if you're young and you're watching this, don't support the Breakfast Club as a political show, as a show that centers around music. They are always going to have this pro-black narrative, and they're going to reject anybody who is not black, regardless of how successful or how important that they have been to the black American community in expanding their culture. Or you'll have situations like what happened with Neon, where they're only going to bring him onto the show just to lambast him. That's pretty much all it is. It's a show of haters, pretty much. It's a show of haters. But anyways, I'm out, you guys. This time for real. I hope you guys like the live stream. I will probably do more of these laid back live streams of me just chilling on my laptop as I'm doing right now in the future. So if you guys watch, that would be cool. If you guys don't watch, that's fine as well. I don't really give a fuck. Like, go cry to your mama, I guess. I'll be doing some live streams eventually back onto Rumble, playing video games. I think Kingdom Hearts. I want to continue Kingdom Hearts. I just haven't had time to really continuously do a live stream. I do have to get another computer, so that's going to be another issue over there. And I am working a lot more these days, so there's a lot of things that are just getting in the way of that. But I will do every once in a while these kind of live streams where I'm just on my cell phone, vertical, on YouTube, just chilling and hanging out. I might do a TikTok live stream today, but I did it earlier today. It wasn't really too entertaining to me anyways. But I might do one anyways after this live. So I'm out. Be sure to watch, subscribe if you guys can, and fuck the Breakfast Club. Peace, you guys. Chill out. Yeah, and now my dog is annoying the crap out of me too. So I'm out, you guys. Peace.